If you are a teacher preparing for the new school year, then coming up with bulletin board ideas for back-to-school theme will be on the top of your mind. This article will help you with some themes. While some kids hate for the vacations to end, some love the end of summer vacations and going back to school. They may be in the minority, and they love the excitement of new bags, stationery, the possibility of making new friends, and everything else that is synonymous with the new academic year. Some particularly love the first day of school, because it invariably translates into a day with hardly any academic pursuits. That day is spent in getting to know each other. Welcoming kids back to school with the help of kids' art activities, like decorating bulletin boards, is a fun activity, which involves a lot of constructive work, and is highly creative. If, as a school teacher, you are looking for bulletin board ideas for back-to-school theme, then in this article we give you some themes that will help you establish a sense of camaraderie in your class. Points to remember before undertaking this activity. Remember, there are a couple of things that you will need to pay attention to. The background of the board, its border, and the main theme that you are using. All these together contribute in creating a lovely board that is attractive and educational. While choosing the theme for each of these features, remember to have some sort of a connecting link. Also, remember to ask the kids in your class for some options. Sometimes, students can come up with some very innovative themes. List of ideas. Option 1. Technically, there are no limitations as to which material needs to be used. It all depends on what you want your theme to be and how you would like the end result. Just remember to use materials that are appropriate according to the age of the kids in your class. You could, therefore, stick to the safe option of using scrapbook paper. Option 2. You could opt to use magazine and newspaper pages to give a very unique look. Cutting out magazine covers and sticking them will give a great feel. Or stick newspapers for a different look. Option 3. You can use fabric, patchwork together, or even a plain old tablecloth. A plain cloth will give you the leeway to decorate it as well as you want. A patchwork cloth will give it a very colorful look, and the kids will enjoy looking at it and admiring it. Both would work very well as a background. Option 4. Speaking of fabric, you can use a normal curtain or even a shower curtain. Cut the curtain according to the dimensions, and fix a curtain rod above the board. Now, hang the curtains and draw it to reveal the theme. This is one of the most interesting options for teachers to use. Option 5. The border that you use will be completely dependent on the theme you have used for the background. For the shower curtain backdrop, you will not need a border. In case you are using newspapers and magazine papers for the backdrop, then you would do well to cut out stencils of different things from the publishing industry and use them to create a border. You could also create a three-dimensional border by sticking crayons in an aesthetic manner too. Option 6. One of the fall options that never goes out of style is to create a tree at the center, with falling leaves. Each of the leaves could have a photograph of one student, and a few autobiographical lines about them. Option 7. The same option as above can be recreated to create a theme where the leaves are replaced by flowers, and the overall scene is that of a garden. You can use butcher paper in various colors to create the flowers and the leaves. Alternatively, you could cut out stencils of flowers on plain white paper, and hand out water paints to the students so that they can color the flowers themselves. Option 8. Another idea is to have a frog pond with the teacher represented as a frog, and the students symbolized by tadpoles. The backdrop could be colored blue, and lily pads can be painted to give it a sense of authenticity. Option 9. This is one of the most interesting ideas. A well-known school activity can be played at the start of the year, and then used to decorate the board. Create a crossword that would take up the area of the board. All the clues should be so phrased that the answer is the name of one of the students. These are just some of the bulletin board ideas that you can use. There is no limit to creativity, and you can come up with many unique themes to decorate this space that serves as a meeting point for the kids in your class.